Chan students, once again welcome to this class of economics. This is class 11th economics class, and today I'm going to take next book, second other book, that is the statistics for economics. As we know that we are having two books, one is microeconomics and one is statistics. So we are starting today statistics. We are starting means we both, we and you all together. Now, chapter number one is here. What is economics? What is economics? There are some simple terminologies that are being used here. So first of all, we must understand them. Then after, we move ahead. Now, first term is here, consumer. First term is here, consumer. What do you mean by consumer? Consumer means a person. Consumer is one who consumes goods and services for satisfaction of his wants. Suppose we are eating chapatis, you are eating fruits, you are drinking water. For what purpose you are utilizing all these things? For satisfying your wants, for fulfilling your needs. So, in such case, you, me, and all individual who are using goods for satisfaction are the consumers. Means consumer means the person, the individual who uses goods and services for direct satisfaction of his needs. One minor point is here, one important point is here, that is consumer and customer. Can you tell consumer and customer both are same or different? Either a consumer may be customer, a customer may be consumer or not. Of course, these two terms are very similar terms but not exact. Customer means the person who purchases goods, services from shop or from service provider. But it is not mandatory over here that he is using. One example you take. Suppose you want to take a bottle of cold drink, Pepsi. You send your brother, to take it from shop nearby. What happened here? Your brother is going to shop, take cold drink for you, and return to home and give it to and hand over to you. Then in this case, he is not consuming, he is not using this cold drink. He is only purchasing from shop. So he is the customer, not consumer. But you are the consumer because you are going to consume it for satisfying your needs, wants. So there is a little bit difference between consumer and customer. Consumer means person who directly use the goods. Customer means person who purchase the goods. It's not mandatory, it's not necessary that he is using or not. If he is using also, if the who purchase and use, his customer as well as consumer both. So the point was consumer. Consumer means the person, the one who consumes goods and services for direct satisfaction. Any doubt over here? If any doubt, then you just make the queries. Then come to next topic. Consumption. Consumer is one individual who was consuming, who were using the goods. But consumption is the activity. Consumption is the activity, is the process of using of utility value of goods and services for direct satisfaction of wants and needs. Consumption is a activity. Consumption is a process of using up utility of value of goods and services for need satisfying, for satisfying the needs. Now the thing, suppose you are watching TV, you are watching TV, then are you consuming something here? In this case, are you consumer? You are driving car, are you consumer? You are taking the service of doctor, is this consumption? Consumption means normally we think that to eat up, to eating the things, that is the consumption. Not at all. This is a wrong concept. This is the wrong concept. Using the goods, eating the goods is consumption only. This is no. Then services you don't eat, but you consume service. You are sitting at your dining hall watching movie on TV. At that time, you are consumer consuming the TV. Means watching the movie on TV. You are using the TV. Means here consumption means not only eating the things. Consumption means using the things, utilizing the things, so that your need can be satisfied. So don't confine this term consumption up to only eating of the food items, yeah, eatable items. It is much more than this. It means using the goods and services for direct satisfaction of your need, your want. Next topic is here producer. Producer is a one who produces or sells goods and services for profit motive. For profit motive, producer is one who produces or sells goods and services for profit motive, for generating income. He is doing so. Producer arrange different factors of production. Producers arrange different factors of production, take risk, combine them, and use to produce goods and services for profit motive. So consumption is the activity of using goods and services to satisfy our needs. As well, consumer is the person, either one who consumes, who uses goods and services for direct satisfaction, that is the consumer. And consumption is the activity of consuming goods and services. The activity consuming goods and services. Producer is one who Arrange different factors of production, combine them, take the risk, and finally produces or sells goods and services for profit motive. For profit motive. Then he will be the producer. Now, there is production. Production is process of converting raw material into useful things, either final goods. Exactly. But this is very short, very limited concept delivered to you here. While you are reading, you are studying this, you come to know then key the process of converting raw material into final goods. That is the production. But you think while you are just having the business of having the task of work of farming, you are having farms for the fruits. Suppose you are growing apple, grapes, bananas, mango, then it is called you are producing apple. You are doing the production of apple. You are doing the production of mango, bananas, grapes, etc. In this case, are you converting raw material into final goods? Tell me. Not at all. These are growing naturally. You are only taking care of this. Sometimes we heard that the production of coal was that much. Production of coal, which is the main source of energy, was that much quintal, that much done like this. Then you tell me one thing. Is there any conversion of raw material into final goods? Not at all. We are having the production of crude oil, petroleum oil, for example. Are we creating the petroleum? Not at all. So exactly what is the production? What is the production? This is the point here. You understand? Production is the process of stuffing, adding utility in a product. Production is the process of stuffing, adding utility in a product. That may be by converting raw material into final goods. That may be by taking care of natural process of growth of some things. That may be in form of changing the place, in form of digging, extracting, all these activities which are adding utility to a good, that is the production. So production is the process of adding, process of stuffing utility in any product so that it will be now useful for consumer. Now it has utility for consumer. So production is not generally conversion of raw material into final goods. Production means stuffing utility in product by different ways, by different systems, by changing the place, by taking care of that, by converting raw material, whatever. Now, next thing is here saving. You see, saving, you understand? You understand saving? Saving is that part of your income which is not spent on consumption. Saving is that part of income which is not spent on consumption. Suppose my salary is 1 lakh per month. I'm spending I'm spending 50,000 per month as our expenses, and the rest amount of 50,000 I keep aside for future use. Then how much amount I have spent on consumption, on our need, that is 50,000. But rest 50,000 is not used, not spent. It is kept for future use. It is kept for future use. Then what happened? This 50,000 which is kept aside for future use, that is the saving. Saving means income minus consumption. Saving means income minus consumption. Saving promotes investment in economy. If there is high level of saving, then investment level will also enhance. Now, come to investment. Before coming to this topic, investment, we just think a concept. Suppose you are having 1 crore rupees. You are having 1 crore rupees. Out of this 1 crore rupees, you have purchased some machines for your factory of worth 25 lakh. You taken one plasma TV like home theater of rupees 20, of rupees 2 lakh, for example. You taken one Scorpio car for your own use for 15 lakh. Then out of your 1 crore, 25 lakh you spent on machines, 15 lakh on vehicle, 2 lakh on home theater TV. Then you study expenditure on TV, expenditure on car, expenditure on machines. Which one is investment? Tell me your answer and why. Which one is investment and why? On what basis you are deciding it? Yes, I'm waiting for your answer. Purchasing of car is investment? No, not at all. Purchasing of television is an investment? Not at all. Purchasing of machine is investment? Yes, of course. So now you observe yourself, by yourself. You observe. Purchase of machine is of course investment because that expenditure was made to generate further income. Purchase of car and television, home theater are not investment because these are not generating any further any future income. That's why. That's why investment means such kind of expenditure generally made by producers on purchase of such assets which help to generate income. If expenditure is made, if expenditure is made on such assets which help to generate income in future, that is the investment. And all those expenditure who satisfy our needs are the consumption. So there is a difference between investment and consumption. Both are the expenditure exactly. Both are the expenditure exactly. But investment is such kind of expenditure which regenerate income in future. But consumption expenditure is that kind of expenditure, that kind of expenses which give satisfaction only, not generate income in future. Next one, economic problem. What do you mean by economic problem? And why it arises? Why it arises? What's the reason? And what do you mean by economic problem? What do you mean by economic problem and what due to what reason it arises? So very straight, very forward. You listen. Economic problem means non-fulfillment of consumers' needs, of people's needs. You know that our resources are very much in scarce. Our resources are in limited amount with us. How much we want to spend, how much we want to take anything that are not available. Our needs are very much unlimited while resources are scarce. So scarce resources create the problem of non-fulfillment of the needs. Scarce resources creates non-fulfillment of our needs. So economic problem is the problem of choice arising on account of the fact that resources are scarce and these resources have alternative uses. So that we feel the economic problem that what to produce, when to produce, how to produce, who will produce, for whom to production will be met. So all kind of these problems arises due to one main reason, one main root cause, that is the scarcity of resources. And second reason is here, these scarce resources have the quality, have the feature of being used in alternative ways. In alternative ways. So it creates the problem of choice that where should we invest, we spend this amount, these resources, because we have more option to spend it. And the thing is scarcity that you know well. So economic problem means non-fulfillment of needs of the people due to scarcity of resources and having alternative uses of scarce resources. Now, economic goods. All those goods, all those services which are scarce in the economy and command a price command a price which are scarce so that it command a price are called economic goods. Means those goods for whom we have to pay to avail them. We have to pay to avail them, to take them. If we need those goods, we have to make the payment. Such kind of goods are economic goods. For example, wheat, cloth, chair, furniture, tea, milk, sugar, sofa, pen, book, ink, services of doctor, teacher, CA, car, purchasing of car. All these things are available by paying the price equivalent to this. You want to purchase a car? Of course, you may avail the car. You go to car showroom, give 10 lakh, 20 lakh, 25 lakh of what category car you want. You may take it here. Take it from there. You want to obtain? Go to shopper and purchase pen from there. So, economic goods are those goods which can be obtained by paying its price. These are scarce in economy and command a price means followed by a price in the economy. Now, next one is non-economic goods. Are there some free goods in the economy, in the country? You think and tell me. You think and tell me. Don't do you have any example? The goods which are free of cost, we are getting free of cost because these are in very plenty in the economy and don't command any market price. Not concerning to any market price, free of cost they are available. Such kind of goods are economic goods. You think over the sunlight, you think over the rain, you think over the air, you think over the public park, you think over the public roads. All these example of non-economic goods because they don't have any, they don't command any market price. Some goods are in very plenty. Sunshine you are getting freely, rain you are getting freely, you are moving on road freely. Then you say, "Ki, sir, we pay tax, we pay tax." Boys, you are paying tax for maintenance, not for purchasing the road. You are going to public park. Some of you just go Madhuban and here and there. Then I'm saying that is the free, that is non-economic good, free good. You are availing the facility of sitting over there, spending your time over there, free of cost. But my one intelligent student stand and tell, no sir, we pay ticket over there. We pay tickets over there. So, okay, ticket is not price of that park. You are not going to purchase the park by purchasing the ticket. You are contributing for maintenance charge for routine task for maintenance only. You are using, then you have to maintain that one. You are not having the ownership right by purchasing the ticket of the park. That I have purchased the ticket from this park, so that much area of park will be mine. No, not at all. So there are goods, some goods which are available in plenty in economy and don't command any market price are called non-economic goods or free goods. Sunlight, yeah, sunshine, rain, air, etc. Now the very important topic that is reflecting on your screen, you may see economic and non-economic activities. From very beginning class ninth onward, we are reading it, we are studying it. From very beginning we are studying it. Economic activities are all those activities. Firstly, we perform different types of activities in day-to-day life. Correct? Someone is doing jogging in morning. Someone start teaching from 4 o'clock morning. Someone is teaching his own word at home. Few people are working in school as a teacher, getting salary from there. So we are performing a lot of variety of tasks over there from very morning to late night even. So while we observe all these activities, all these attitudes of the person, we categorize them into two categories. One is non-economic activities, one is economic activities. One is non-economic activities and next one is economic activities. Now I'm talking about non-economic activities. All those activities which have no economic aspect, which are not concerned with money or wealth. There is no any motive of earning from these activities. Such activities which are not concerned to wealth, which are not concerned to generation of income, are non-economic activities. Are non-economic activities. For example, organizing cultural activities. You are doing picnic, attending marriage party, etc. These are the non-economic activities. Then why we do non-economic activities? For our recognition, for our satisfaction, we do it. Suppose the same activity is being performed with the motive of profit, then it will be the economic activities. So we are now discussing about non-economic activities, all those activities which are not concerned with the generation of income, generation of money. There has no economic aspects related to these activities or non-economic activities. You are doing exercise, you are praying God, you are going church. All these are non-economic activities. For your satisfaction, you are doing. For your own need, you are doing, not for earning the profit. Next one is here. Economic activities. What is economic activities over here? All those types of activities which are performed by different people to earn their living. For our livelihood, which activities we perform, we do, that is the economic activity. Means all those activities which are based on or related with the use of scarce resources for satisfaction of unlimited wants and generate income are called economic activities. So, economic activities means all those activities which generate some income, which have some economic aspects, which are related to use of scarce resources in order to satisfy our unlimited wants. All such kind of activities are economic activities. Now, sometimes you get confused that which one is the activity of economic category and which one is of non-economic category. So you have to very vigilant over it. I'm just putting one example. Myself a teacher, teaching in a school, that is economic activity. Of course, myself teaching my own ward, my daughter at home. Is this economic activity or not? Tell me. Is this economic activity or not? Tell me. Yes, economic activity. No. While I'm teaching my own daughter at my home, this is not economic activity. This is non-economic activity. Because what's the motive behind the working in school, behind teaching our own daughter? While you are teaching your own younger brother and in future your daughter's son, then at that time you are feeling only satisfaction. You are feeling only satisfaction. You are not getting money from there. So some activities are done for satisfying for our satisfaction, our psychological needs only, not for income. So the same activity is being performed, but we have to see that what's the motive of it. If motive of this activity is earning profit, it is economic activity. If the same activity is being performed, but motive of that activity is not earning profit, social motive is there, personal motive is there, it won't be called economic activities. So you just bifurcate into economic and non-economic activities on basis of the motive running behind that activity. If motive is to generate income, economic. If motive is not to generate income, social respect, satisfaction, psychological comfort, then it will be non-economic activities. Now come to next topic. There are various economic activities categorized into five groups. All the economic activities are categorized, classified into five groups over here. One is production, consumption, investment, exchange, distribution. There are the five main economic activities: production, consumption, investment, exchange, and distribution. Now, first, production. Production is an economic activity concerned with increasing the utility or value of goods and services, either by manufacturing, either by converting raw material into final goods, either by changing the place, either by changing the shape, either by changing the size. Whatever you are doing, whatever you are doing, it doesn't issue. Only the thing, but you are increasing the utility in that good. You are making the goods more useful now. This is the production. Generally, raw material is converted into final goods with the help of machines and labor. It is the production. But the main thing is here ki whether by this activity we are stuffing utility to that good. It's okay. By transporting the goods, by transporting sand from river bank to the town, we are producing the sand. We tell ki this is the production. How this is the production? Because we have stuff utility in that good. That sand at a river bank was useless. Now in town, in city, it is useful. So utility have been added to this by transporting this sand from river to cities. This is also production. Consumption, you understand? Consumption means using goods and services for satisfying our needs, satisfying our wants. Consumption not means only eating the goods. Consumption means getting utility from goods either by eating, either by using. So if you are watching a TV, you are watching TV at home, then at that time you are consumer. TV is consumption goods, either consumer goods. You are traveling by your car, at that time you are consumer of car. You are drinking, taking milk, you are consumer of milk. You are taking breads and butter, consumer of bread and butter. So consumption means use of goods and services for direct satisfaction of needs. Next one is here investment. Investment. Investment means expenditure on such activities, on such goods, on such capital assets, which produce income, which generate income in future. That is the production. That is the investment. Sorry, investment indirectly satisfied human wants, not directly, indirectly. For example, you take you are spending money on printing press. For example, you are spending money on printing press. Correct? It means it will produce, it will print newspaper, books, magazine. Then people will get satisfied by reading books, papers, magazine. But you had invested in printing press, so your investment was anywhere else and its outcome are coming to anywhere else. So investment indirectly satisfy human needs. Next one is here exchange, selling and purchasing of goods and services. Exchange is that economic activity which is concerned with sale and purchase of goods and services. All selling and purchasing is mostly done in terms of money or price. So it is also called product pricing. Exchange is also known as product pricing, which is related to determination of price of product under different conditions of the market. So exchange is the activity, economic activity through which goods and services are sold and purchased with the use of money. Now, distribution. Fourth economic activity is distribution. Distribution is that economic activity which deals with determination of price of factors of production. Distribution is exactly related to distribution of factor income to different factors of production. Land, labor, capital, organizations are four main basic factors of production. How much share they are getting from total production, how much share they are getting from national income, how much share they are getting from GDP, that is concerned to the distribution. Distribution is also known as factor pricing. Means price of land, what will be? This is the rate. Price of labor, wages, salary. Price of capital, interest. Price of entrepreneurship, either entrepreneur is profit. So, in which way all factors are getting their shares, their part, we have against the contribution in production activity. So, distribution means determination of prices of different factors of production. How how national income is distributed among different factors of production. Distribution is studies to know how national income is exactly distributed among different factors, increasing or decreasing. So today we have studied in class some important terms, terminologies, some concepts, economic and non-economic activities, their differences. Some activities may be economic, either non-economic, it depends on the place, depends on the motive. Afterward, five important main economic activities we have discussed. In next class, we'll just move to next segment of this chapter, that is the definitions of economics. We'll take it in next class. Okay, thank you and Jai Hind to you all.